Remember, what makes you different
Let's go!
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is a computer-animated superhero film based on the Marvel Comics character Miles Morales. It is set in a shared multiverse called the Spider-Verse, which features different alternate universes. In the film, Miles becomes one of the many Spider-Men and must team up with other Spider-People to save New York City from the Kingpin.
Sony's handling of Spider-Man in the past has been disappointing for the most part, without including Homecoming due to Marvel's involvement. But I'm happy to say that Into the Spider-Verse is fantastic and is Sony's best Spider-Man film since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2.
The movie somehow manages to be one of the most inviting superhero movies for newcomers, as well as one of the nerdiest. Every single scene is so full of references and fan service, you'd be forgiven for missing a lot of them. The ones you do manage to pick up on are an absolute treat, and it welcomes repeated viewings to find more.
The animation alone is worth seeing this movie for. It's the most stylish movie this year and is the most comic book looking film I've ever seen. It really is a comic book come to life, to the point where little thought boxes will appear above a character's head, or somebody knocking on a door will cause visual sound effects on the screen. And the action scenes because of this are incredible. I found my jaw dropping on a number of occasions due to the stunning events that were unfolding. I never wanted to take my eyes off of the screen.
Into the Spider-Verse has some of the best superhero storytelling so far, and it showcases the interconnectivity of comic book universes in a way that remains interesting throughout, without confusing viewers who have very little experience with the comic book media. This is the best standalone film to feature Spider-Man so far, and I found Miles' characterization to be more fleshed out than the usual Marvel heroes we've seen.
Miles is a really likable and relatable character. He struggles to adjust to his new boarding school and live up to the expectations of his parents. He looks up to and seeks advice from his uncle as he has a difficult relationship with his father. And once he is bitten by a radioactive spider and develops spider-like abilities, he then has to deal with the trouble that comes with that. He has a hard time adjusting to his new powers, and most of the movie has Miles trying to learn and control his new abilities, while juggling everything else. Into the Spider-Verse is a Spider-Man origin story that we haven't already seen multiple times on the big screen. And new and old fans of Miles should enjoy the character's portrayal.
This is Miles' first feature film, and mainstream audiences deserve to see a decent Miles Morales' story and find out why he's such a great character. And we are still treated to the familiar character of Peter Parker, who has a different, more mature portrayal than what we're accustomed to seeing. He becomes a mentor to the newly powered Miles, and his story arc is emotional and works really well in the movie.
The other spider people from different universes throughout the film are all very colourful and relatable as well, and they're all given their time to shine during the story. And I love how each one was introduced to the audience. Each one was funny and clever. My one minor nitpick relates to the movie's central villain, the Kingpin. While his motives are interesting, I found he was underdeveloped and he only shows up a couple of times throughout the story. However, there are so many hero characters in the movie that you can understand why they didn't spend too much time on the villain.
If you're a fan of Spider-Man, comic books, or highly stylized animation, you owe it to yourself to go see this movie. It's an incredibly enjoyable adventure with plenty of heart, humor, an awesome soundtrack, and lots of superhero action. We both give Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse a 5 out of 5.
Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye!